Do you know they had me swim with sharks once? Automatically, I'm nervous. And so before the shoot, I took a 100 milligram edible and a Vicodin. And I'm like, okay, I'm just to take the edge off, you know what I mean? So we got out there and they put me in I'd never been in a, what's it called, this wetsuit? Never been in one before. And I never snorkeled in my life. And so they got a snorkel, wetsuit. And I said to the guy on camera, the guy's like this, oh, here's what's gonna happen. And he's telling me all this stuff. I go, wait a second. I go, are you gonna teach me how to snorkel? And he goes, what? I go, I've never worn a wetsuit before and I don't know how to snorkel. He goes, can you cut? And they cut. And he goes, you've never done this? I go, no. He goes, give me the other waiver. I go, what? And he goes, the other waiver. He goes, you have to sign the second waiver. I'm like, what's the second waiver? And he was like, the death one. What? Yeah. He called it the death one, right? Yeah. And he goes, you got to make sure. He was like, because he goes, here's the deal. He goes, you've never been in a wetsuit before? I go, no. He goes, we're putting a weight on this. I go, what? He goes, first of all, and he's telling everybody, he's going to jump in. He's going to drop. The water's going to go in the snorkel. He's going to panic. He's going to sink. He's going to die. I go, yeah, but what if that doesn't happen? He goes, okay, if that doesn't happen, you're going to jump in. You've never been in a wetsuit. The weight is going to pull you straight down. You're going to panic. You're going to die. I go, well, what if that doesn't happen? He goes, well, if that doesn't happen and somehow you figure out how to float, you've never swam in a wetsuit or a snorkel? I go, no. He goes, the current's going to take you. And you're going to get tired, you're going to sink, you're going to die.
He sounds like a wonderful person.
I go to him, I go, what ends with me not dying? He was like, you staying on the boat? So I was like, well, we can't do that, we have to shoot this. And he was like, okay, because here was the bit. We were getting in the water, they were throwing chum in the water, so sharks could come up, and we could film it. And so he was like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to tie a rope around your waist. We're going to tie you to the boat. We're going to take the weight off you because the wetsuit's buoyant. He goes, here's a couple problems. One, you're going to look a lot like a seal. I said, what? And he goes, yeah, it's even worse because we're going to be throwing chum around you. For those of you who don't know what chum is the blood and the guts to attract the sharks. And he goes, so here's the deal. If the shark comes up to you and it bumps you, don't let it bump you again. I said, why? And he goes, well, they bump you the first time, it's like a test to see what the deal is. And if you let it bump you again, you're going to go for a taste. He said, so when it comes up, just push its nose away. I'm like, what? I said, its nose is right near its mouth. And he goes, yeah, but just don't miss. I'm like, what? I was like, but my hand is moving so slowly in the water. What if it just moves its head? He was like, that could happen. And I was like, well, I hope the shark doesn't like the taste of shit, because that's what I'll be doing. You can find me by the brown cloud, you know what I'm saying? You fucking kidding me? So they tied me to the boat. By the way, you know what my producer said? You looked like bait. So they tied me to the boat, they threw chum around me, and these sharks came around. Yo. I like to smoke weed.